Hello, you beautiful legends, and welcome to Blunt Force Healing Podcast. This is episode number 770. So we are 770 days, consecutive days in basically blogging every single day and podcasting every single day without the day off. So quite a treat, quite an achievement in my opinion. Not everyone might agree with that, but this is what this project is about. Accountability and building a lasting daily routine and improving your skills at the same time. Well, in this case mine, because I'm writing every single day, so my writing is, I would believe, better, and I think it's better because I try to make it or improve it every time I write something. Sometimes I have worse days, so it might not be the best, but it's not about it. It's about making some progress and improvement. And also in terms of recording this, whether you listen to the audio version on Apple Podcast or Spotify Podcasts, or you're watching the video on Spotify or on YouTube. It brings a lot of benefits of doing it, because every day makes me more confident in front of camera, probably less cringe, and a bit better spoken without too much fillers and other irrelevant stuff. Albeit, I noticed that I'm slightly sliding back towards too long of episodes, and if you think that's true, please comment and let me know. If that 8 to 15 minutes episodes are still okay with you, please also let me know, because I cannot be sure, because I'm not reading your mind. The only thing I can do is basically upload it and keep fingers crossed that everything is right. And without feedback, your feedback, I won't be able to improve on things that I can't see. So today is Sunday, part of the bank holiday weekend. So we have a longer weekend in Ireland because Monday is a national holiday. So, but I will be talking about yesterday, Saturday, and forgive me if I'll miss something. Whatever I'll miss, I'll try to include in the blog post that I will write shortly, probably at the beach. So the day started quite normal for current situation. We do our business, which is the mobile sauna, which I'm kind of towing behind me at the moment. We switched to almost whole days during the weekends, because they are the most, or the busiest, so we want to get the most out of them. And even though October is a very quiet and much lower revenue month, it's not just us. There's plenty of businesses that suffer during October, especially around that area where we are in. But we are pushing through. It's the weekends that I say are much better, so because it's a longer weekend, we try to squeeze out as much of it as possible. Especially, it's also a kind of slight midterm break for Halloween here in Ireland, so many kids are out of school, and parents might plan on doing some trips towards Rusnala, and many camper vans, or actually the caravan homes, because we have like a caravan home parks here close to Rusnala. There's plenty of them, and many of them are closing by the end of October, so I think people will want to get the most out of the last week that they paid for, and we just come in. Even though the weather is miserable, I had to stop recording because I started talking about today instead of yesterday. So excuse me and excuse my memory problems or challenges, but I'll have to cut that section out and stitch this one. Well, I obviously stitched it already and you are watching it, but I might reuse the other part or completely record it from scratch. I don't know. So quickly, let's rewind to Saturday. So yes, the business is going, I don't want to say it's not going well, because this is the time when during the year when it is actually quieter, and I already mentioned that a couple of times, but it feels like it's picking up slowly because the end of October is kind of aligning with Halloween, short break at schools, and beginning of November. So it seems like something is triggering in people, and especially in Ireland now we have the longer bank holiday weekend, so it is a bit of a nudge for people to start getting more, I would say, active within different areas of I guess shopping, buying, in the services, and the other areas where it starts moving a little bit and picking up. So I guess that's just dynamics because of how the holiday season, the summer, is going high, and then in September it drops, and in October it's slowly, by the end of October it starts picking up. It's I don't know, maybe because people are spending a lot of money during the summer season for holidays, etc. Then it's the back to school thing, so people are really cautious in how they spend money and try to redo whatever deficit they created during the summer season. And then as it comes closer towards the Christmas time, they get back on their feet and start using more money. I don't know, well, it's business, it's about money, but our first thing or equal thing with making money is making experience for people, and that's at least equally important. Of course we are in the business to make money, but if there's no experience, we won't earn anything, so there's no point in being there. At least this is our approach, and so far so good. People are really happy. They love our sauna and the experience. They seem to like us as well, and that's a big thing. And we mostly have repeating customers, so that's another great thing. While summer was a bit random, it now became true to us who is coming back, and we have a lot of repeating customers. And yesterday it was pretty much the theme from the very morning. Julian stayed at home. He used his time on the console, most of it in the morning, and Elizabeth and myself, we went to Rosnella, and we were able to park just beside the ramp at the beach. Even though the tide was coming back, we were able to serve all the customers. There was not many customers, but there was enough to be happy. It was pretty good morning, and they were all repeating customers, so it was a nice buzz. The weather was kind of dry, but it was chilly, so it was an okay morning. Then later on we broke for a moment and got back home. Julian was already after the meal, so he ate the dinner from previous day. We still had some pancakes, well, not pancakes, the crepes, but the savory crepes, or crepes, I don't know how you say that. And we had some kind of filling that Elizabeth prepared. There was some minced meat with all the different spices and all that stuff, so you just fill it in with some cheese, and then you kind of heat it up to make it a decent and nice meal. And he ate it all, So he wasn't hungry, but he went with us to Bundoran. Elizabeth and myself, we went to Mama Rosa's. It's like a kind of takeaway, but they do good food for takeaway, to be honest. Especially burgers. I didn't try much from them, but burgers seem to be very decent, especially for the price. So we ate those burgers in place, because even though it's a takeaway, it has a small space to eat in. And we ate those burgers. We came back to the car. Julian stayed in the car and still used some phone time, and we went back home. And Julian was meant to go with me for the evening deploy, but he decided to stay with Elizabeth and help her out with some kind of chores and go for a walk with her, in exchange for another half an hour of console time. So I guess this is the age that he's in, where that console plays a big role in his me time. But I think it will pass. Of course, we are limiting or kind of controlling that to some extent, to make sure that he's not completely on devices all day long. So I came for the evening here, and I was able to operate from the beach. We had another couple of customers popping in. It was a fairly decent evening. It was dry but chilly again, so the whole day was mostly dry. There was no rain, and we closed the day fairly good. So about that chasing time, we are chasing time a bit every bloody week. So because in the summertime the weeks were more kind of balanced and we were earning revenue fairly balanced way across the days, now because not only we shrunk the hours and days, because it's very quiet and people have no time during the week to pop in, and the days getting shorter, it's less pleasant outside, so people are not coming out that much. Now the weekends are like the last squeeze of the week to get some revenue, and they usually are okay and much better than the middle of the week, but still it's fairly quiet. But Saturday was decent, and about Sunday I will talk in tomorrow's episode. So for now, that's it. Thank you very much for tuning in. If you have any feedback, leave some comments, please, either below the YouTube video or in the blog itself, or wherever you can find me, bluntforcehealing.com or www.bluntforcehealing.com or bluntforcehealing.wordpress.com, which is the blog site. And within the blog I embed the YouTube episode, so it's like a central go-to point where you can consume the whole thing. And I usually talk about the same day, but I talk about sometimes different things in the video and more loosely, while the write-up of the blog is slightly different or more compressed. And they differ a little bit, they kind of complement each other. So once again, thank you very much. Have a great rest of the day, afternoon, evening, wherever you are on the globe. Stay tuned and see you again tomorrow.